What's up and welcome guys to One Oak Mentoring, the #1 virtual teen mentoring program, entity, commodity of all times, right? But y'all already know that. Yeah, man, I know y'all thinking like, why is it so dark? You look like you outside. Yes, I am. I'm actually down here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I've never been down here before. Y'all see all the pretty stuff going on? But yeah, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, man. So just came out just to enjoy the breeze, man. Just to enjoy just the scenery and stuff. And I was thinking, I need to give y'all a video, man, because whenever I go out of town, I'm gonna try to start giving y'all a video. And the topic for this video, is gonna be make sure you're on time, or the importance of being on time, or however you want to chop it up, right? So what really made me bring this up is, we had a flight at 6 o'clock, flying out of Atlanta. So we're gonna fly out of Atlanta, and it's me and my cousin. And normally most people advise that you get to the airport like 2 hours before, an hour and a half before your flight or something like that. Which I always wonder, like, if that was like a standard or if that was just like a rule somebody just came up with. But but the reason why I want to talk to you guys about that is, okay, whenever you're flying, you gotta like send your bags through the check or whatever they call it. You're sending your bags through, making sure they don't have anything crazy in them, right? So after that, you got to take your shoes off or something. It's like you're about to go visit somebody in prison or something like that. Take your shoes, take your belt, take everything off, man. You know what I mean? Watches, all that. You know what I mean? So, I got my shoes in one bin. I got my jacket in my book bag in another bin, and it goes through, right? So I walk through all willy-nilly. But what's going on is I have my cards and my cell phone and my watch on, right? So they're like, step back through. So when I step back through, they told me to take my card, my phone, my watch, and put it in another bin, right? So now there's 3 bins, right? Stay with me, right? Okay, so, all right, so we get through that process, and now, mind you, we're running, like, we're not late, but we're like cutting it very close, like a matter of minutes. So we go down to the shuttle station, or, the little transit or whatever that's in the airport that kind of like carries you to each terminal. And so we get there, and then I'm checking for my ID. And you know how you check for something and you just feel like, okay, I just had it, so it's got to be somewhere. But like when you're flying, you want to make sure you have your ID, period. Like no ifs, ands, buts about it. So I'm patting myself down like, oh man, what happened to where's my ID? Where's my ID? And we're already like cutting it close. Now I don't even have my ID or my license, right? So I just take off running back to where I came from. Now I really was kind of unsure of where I was even going, because normally when we go to Atlanta and fly out, my cousin, he's used to it. I just, he does, I just follow him or whatever. He used to doing it, but I'm running around literally like O.J. Simpson in one of those old commercials. And I know y'all guys probably young. Y'all probably just strictly know OJ for, slicing and dicing. But, at one point in time, he was a big football player, ran through the airport for some kind of car rental place or something like that. But that's besides the point. But that's how I was running, man. You would have thought I was OJ. You would have thought I was, I don't know, man. But I'm running like I'm booking it. And then I finally get to the place. And then they have my driver's license. I'm just looking for my driver's license. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that I didn't even have my phone or my money, any of my cards or anything. So I'm glad I came back, to get it. But now I got to get to where I need to go now. So now I'm really, really running, right? And the problem with this is, like, our flight, I was maybe like 10 minutes. The flight was about to start in 10 minutes. And when you get on those subway buses, like, you got to stop, you go and stop. So I wasn't even sure if I was going to make it, man. So, but, finally, I did make it. I made it. So I made it within like 2 minutes. 2 minutes of my flight. Do you understand how close that is cutting it, man? I mean, I'm getting there out of breath, man. Like my back had started to sweat a little bit, man, or whatever. I had to take a little wash up in the bathroom. Y'all don't know nothing about that, right? Nah, I'm just joking. But that's why I say that it's very important, you know, to be on time and, you know, to try to be prepared, because when you're on time, you can make, you know, you got room for error, right? So let's just say if, let's just say in the plane situation, right? Okay, we're flying. With something like that, you definitely want to make sure you're way ahead of time. Get there an hour and a half before, just in case something like that happens. You know, just in case somebody loses their ID, it's not like as big of a rush, or it's not frantic, okay? As far as with work, when you go to work, don't try to leave out for work the, you know, smallest amount of time. Don't try to leave out of work, you know, the smallest amount of time, the shortest amount of time, you know, so you feel like, oh, well, I ain't got to go to work. It only takes me 15 minutes. So, you know, I'm going to probably leave right at, you know, 15 minutes. Like, come on, man. Well, right at 15 minutes till. Don't do that, because what happens for traffic, you have to account for traffic. You have to account for accidents. You have to account for just like small stuff, man. Maybe you forgot to brush your teeth. Maybe you didn't put on a strong enough deodorant. I don't know, man. Maybe your hair, like, I don't know, you might be having like a bad hair day or something like that, man. But regardless of the case, man, just make sure y'all guys are being prepared and like doing things on time, like plan ahead, okay? Like if you really have something important to do, like plan ahead and make sure you get there before time, you know, just so you can have error, something about, yeah, room for error, right? All right, you always want to leave yourself room for error when you're talking about like being on time and stuff. And when you're on time, like, have you ever noticed the people that are always late for something, like they have a habitual reputation for being late all the time? That is a program that starts in their head when they're young. Something's going on. Now, don't get me wrong, because I can be late a lot of times too, but not every time. Like, I'm late a lot. Most people are late because that's just, you know, it's like lazy energy, you know, being late or whatever. But, you know, that doesn't make you like a terrible person or anything like that. All right. So, yeah, guys, just keep that in mind. Make sure you guys on time. Be on time for school. What if, you know, man, you had a couple problems that you didn't do from your homework that you forgot about? See? Now, if you would have gave yourself time, you would have got to school on time, got up a little earlier, you know, then you would have had time to make error, you know, fix those errors, you know, room for error. Y'all see all this knowledge I just drop on y'all, man, for free, man? Y'all gotta start respecting the knowledge that I'm dropping on y'all, man. You know, straight gems, right? But in all seriousness, guys, make sure you guys are on time. It says a lot about you, especially in your job, your social status and stuff like that, man. But yeah, school and just in general, because when you're on time, you know what that says to people? It says two things. It says, this is important. Whatever I'm trying to be here, this is important. And then the most thing that it shows that you're reliable. Don't tell people you're reliable. Hey, I'm reliable. I'm reliable. I'm reliable. My motto is, don't tell me, show me. Don't tell me, show me, right? Because if somebody told you that they was gonna give you $100,000, but you gotta be there by 6 o'clock in the morning, you'll probably be there 6 p.m. the day before. Why? Because that's something important to you. So when you're late for things, now don't get me wrong, sometimes if you're going to a party, you know, there is such thing as like being fashionably late. Now, you know, I know something about that, but you know, like real events, like it's not like a club or a party or something like that. You know, just make sure you're on time. Now, parties are kind of different, like get-togethers and stuff. Now, in that case, some people that's actually throwing the party, like, you really can't be on time. Like, if you're having an event at your house, you can't be on time if the person that's having the event is not on time. So if the person that's having the event say everything starts at 6 and everybody is at 6, but you still got 2 hours of work to like get stuff prepared, 2 more hours of work. So in that case, like, you're on time, but I mean, you know, it really didn't help that time. Well, hopefully y'all get what I'm saying or whatever, man. But Anyway, man, just remember, being on time shows that you really respect what you're doing and where you're going, and you know, and it shows your reliability. So that's pretty much it, man. I hope y'all guys have a wonderful day, man. We're about to be flying back out in probably about like 5-6 hours, man. So I'm just enjoying the beach and stuff. Make sure you guys on time, man. Make sure you guys are taking care of yourself. That's pretty much it, man, because I've been having a wonderful time down here, man. Been on the jet skis for the first time, man. Life-changing. It's crazy, man. But yeah, this is One Oak, man. Y'all have a wonderful day, man. Take care of yourselves. I care and respect you guys, man. Take care. This is One Oak.